Hello and welcome to today's quick 10-minute neck and shoulder stretch. You don't need any props for this class, so just come sit down on a yoga mat with me and let's get going. We're going to start by looking side to side, nice and slow. I want you to keep your spine nice and long and tall, and then turn your head on its axis right at the top as far as you can. So we're not twisting the shoulders here, just the neck is moving. One more each side. Get a good stretch. Good. And then we're going to tilt ear to shoulder. I want you to really pull down the opposite shoulder. Down. And try to keep that neck exactly in the plane of your shoulders. So chin is parallel. We're not twisting or tilting in any other way. And then hold to one side, reach over for the opposite ear. Gently, just rest pressure. You don't have to pull down. And then extend your opposite hand. I like to flex it so I can feel the stretch all the way down into my wrist and my hands. Still sitting up nice and tall. If this position hurts you, you can sit in a chair, you can sit on your knees, you can even do it standing. And then change side. So just gentle, the weight of your hand is enough. You don't need to pull down. Good, and then half head rolls. I'm just looking down and around to one shoulder, down and around to the other. Good. And I'm not bending my back, not just yet. We're going to get there, but not yet. Good. And now reach your hands. They're going to clasp behind you. You're going to pull the arms down and you're going to just fold forward and ripple up. If you want to release your feet and have one slightly in front of you, that does help you, allow you to go more forward if you want a bigger range of motion. So I'm rippling forward with my chin up. When I get to the bottom, I tuck my chin and I roll up to the spine. So I'm arching down and then I'm rolling up. You can also do this with straight legs if you prefer. So lots of variations, however you like it. Good. And then we're just going to hold it at the bottom. You can even rest your forehead on the floor and reach the arms up as high as possible. Just stretch out the shoulders. And then gently release and just push yourself up to sitting. And then we're going to reach the arms up and we're going to twist and up and twist. Up. Twist. So I've got a really long spine. I'm trying not to round at all. If you do need to elevate the hips, if you're finding it really hard to keep your spine tall, you can place a yoga block beneath your bum and that will just elevate the hips and help you stay upright. Let's hold it to one side. I'm going to reach for my opposite knee and I'm going to twist more all the way around to the back. Good, up and change, reach for the opposite knee. Good. Good, and then we're going to place our hands onto our knees and we're just going to do some chest circles. Moving our chest and our rib cage over our hips in a circle. I'm going through an arch and then a contraction of the spine, extension, flexion. Good. And then just reverse that circle. Nice and easy. Just enjoy all this movement in the spine, in the rib cage. This is going to help release the shoulders and the tension in the neck. Good. Really, really good. And now we're going to do some eagle arms. So you're going to take your right hand and put it underneath your left hand, cross at the elbows, and then ideally you want to cross the hands like so. If not, you can just cross opposite fingers or wherever you can reach. So you're in an eagle position. Your spine is long and tall. You are reaching those elbows up, up, up towards the ceiling and then gently apart, like you're trying to pull your limbs apart. So sit up tall in the spine. Elbows glide a little forward and up. Limbs try and tear apart. Good, and then release that. And now left comes beneath right. Cross at the elbows and then wrap the hands. You want the thumbs facing the face. Lift those elbows up to the sky, glide them forward, and then gentle pressure as you try and pull the limbs apart. What that's going to do is it's going to compress the joints in the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingers. And when you release that pressure, blood flow rushes back in to oxygenate and neutralize all those joints and supply them with fresh blood and nutrients. Good, and then release and shake it out. And then you're just going to join me. We're going to come on all fours, and I want you to try and keep your hips directly above your knees as opposed to being really far forward of them. And we're just going to stretch the hands forward and start by resting the forehead on the mat. So hips are just lifted in the air, and let everything melt here. Try and melt your heart down. Let your forehead melt into the ground. Try and keep the arms straight, but if you need to bend the elbows, you can. Suck in the lower stomach and just hold it there. Take slow, deep breath. And just know that you are doing something really good for your body, releasing tension. Now you can either stay here if you want, or you can try puppy pose. The only difference is instead of my forehead touching down to the mat, my chest and chin touch down to the mat. I like to grab the top of my yoga mat and just pull on it gently, making sure those hips are directly stacked over the knees. Good. So if this is too much, you can put your forehead back down on the mat. Pull the stomach in and just melt into the posture. Slowly come up out of that. Sink back into child's pose. You can have your feet together and your knees wide. And we're just going to walk the hands over to the right side. And really stretch. Stretch as far as you can. So the line between your left pinky and your left hip is really long. And then walk it over to the other side. So the line between the right pinky and the right hip is as long as you can make it, like they're pulling apart from each other. And then gently roll yourself up to sitting. Roll the shoulders a few times. And there you have it, a quick and easy release for neck and shoulders. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in our next workout.